Blame Truth here, the Codfather himself, bringing you another video. I'm kind of just playing some Dead by Daylight during their crappy Halloween event. Yes, it's not very good. Sorry, but it's like, it's this weird casual event where if you do the side objective, you're going to kind of lose the game if the other person isn't doing it and they're just sweating. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense in a game with skill-based matchmaking. Although it's not that bad in this game, it's still there. You can't really have the casual and the competitive mixed together. It just does not work. Call of Duty has shown us that it does not work every single year. I'm not a fan of this event at all, but I'm playing the game because I do like Dead by Daylight. So enjoy the gameplay of me dodging some alien xenomorph killer all match. But regardless, I'm not here to talk about Dead by Daylight. I'm here to talk about Call of Duty. I'm kind of just chilling playing this until Modern Who Cares 3 drops, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm probably not going to actually physically purchase it because I said I wouldn't. I'm most likely going to steal it. I'm probably going to steal it, and I'm probably going to show you guys how to do it in a video, maybe. I'll have to ask if that's okay. I got to talk to my managers and stuff. But regardless, yeah. May end up doing that. If you guys want to see that, let me know, because I don't think it's worth $70. Even if it's good, you know, even if they remove SBMM, like I paid for this content 15 years ago or whatever in Modern Warfare 2, the OG. It's a remake of Modern Warfare 2 called Modern Warfare 3, but we already have a Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. We have two of them. Wrap your head around this timeline, man. It's like Rambo. You know, the first movie is called First Blood. Right? It's not called Rambo, it's called First Blood. Second movie, what's it called? You wonder. It's called Rambo First Blood Part 2. The third one's called Rambo 3. They just dropped First Blood altogether. The Rambo 4 is just called Rambo. And then, you know, Rambo 5 is Rambo Last Blood. I don't know, man. It's like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They do that too. They got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then the remake, which is called the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then the new one, which is called, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And to make it even more confusing, that girl with the weird eyes and the big titties, that whatever movie she's in with Leatherface, that one's just called Texas Chainsaw. Like, whatever. I can go off on this all day. I do want to go off on this all day, but not this in particular. I just want to kind of yell and scream this video. I'm sorry for, like, hurting your ears potentially. Volume warning, turn your volume down, you know, take your earbuds out just a little bit, maybe distance them from your actual eardrums, because I'm about to just crack these knuckles here. I'm about to lay into these motherfuckers because for the past 2 years, for the past 2 goddamn years, I have played the worst games I have ever played. That's not hyperbole. That's not a gimmick. I'm not here making funny jokes or whatever. Ha ha ha. I'm not making funny jokes. This isn't a laughing matter. These last 2 games, Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2, are the worst motherfucking games I have ever played in my life. No exaggeration. I am not exaggerating. So, when Modern Warfare 3 comes out, and the beta comes out, I'm actually very positive. And I realize what it is 100%. It's Stockholm Syndrome. It's the fact that I have dealt with such bad garbage. Like, it's like starving in the desert. You know, 30 days, no food. Eventually, dog crap is going to smell pretty good, and you're going to want to eat it. That's gross. I'm sorry, but it is true. It's a fact, man. So this game comes out, and I enjoy the gameplay. It's literally nothing new. It's completely recycled from every... I mean, there's just nothing new. There's no real innovation except for the gear system. There's a few streaks returning, a few cool streaks popping in, stuff like that. But that's really about it. And in this video, I want to get into where this game is still going to fail. And I want to urge you guys, like, seriously, I urge you. Do not purchase Modern Warfare Roman numeral 3, Modern Warfare III, Modern Who Cares 3, whatever you want to call it. Do not purchase it until I give the green light. But I want to get into what we really have to worry about after a brief word from this video's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Groove Life. I've done several sponsorship videos with them on the channel in the past because I absolutely love their stuff, and I'm here to highlight the amazing Groove Life belt today. Groove Life has several things on their website, and here's my care package. So, I got the wallet and I got the groove belt. The groove belt being the main thing I was looking forward to here, because my problem with belts is I was cursed with a 28-inch waist, but like a 41, 42-inch chest. I'm shaped like an upside down Dorito or Johnny Bravo. So belts have always been odd to size for me. I just don't have a waist. But Groove Life belts are like infinitely adjustable and they have the perfect amount of stretch. And it's held together with magnets. I believe you pronounce them neodymium. It's so easy to fasten. Once you get it adjusted once, you're good to go, and then you can just snap it in place. And it's great for business, casual, camping in the woods, yard work, and everything in between. And with Groove Life's 94-year no BS warranty, the Groove Belt is literally the last belt you'll ever need. So head on over to groovelife.com/blametruth20. You can click that link in the video description or pinned comment to get 20% off your order. So what am I worried about with Modern Warfare 3? Well, guys, it's quite simple. Call of Duty games don't really stray far from this kind of, I guess, blueprint, so to speak. One of two things happens. The game comes out and it's bad and it proceeds to get worse. Or the game comes out and it's bad and it proceeds to get slightly better, but by the time it does get better, it doesn't matter because we're on to the next crappy game. And Call of Duty, I mean, I know Microsoft acquired them, and I was actually hopeful in the last video saying that they'll probably mess with skill-based matchmaking because I truly don't think it's actually helping their sales or player retentions or whatever, because let's look at Call of Duty on Steam charts this past year. If that is supposed to be what skill-based matchmaking is doing, like if it's supposed to keep like 18% of the original player base that hopped on the game back in November, then great, but I would hope it would have a higher return than just like 18%, but whatever. Regardless, skill-based matchmaking aside, you know, I think that's going to completely ruin the game, straight up. Even if the game's good, I think it's going to completely ruin the game because you cannot have that system in a casual environment with nothing to play for, and you can't have that system in a casual environment with nothing to play for and have gross imbalances, because then you just see the same thing over and over. And if you guys think that Sledgehammer is going to properly balance this game, I truly don't think so. I truly don't think so. The fact that we did their job for them back in Vanguard and they still refuse to fix something as basic as the counter spy playing, countering like literally everything, down to V2 rockets. Like what? I don't know, man. It's mind-boggling to actually think back to that game, and it's a real game. It came out, it was released at full price, and people still bought it. People still bought it, and I'm just on YouTube. I mean, I'm on fire on YouTube. I was on fire when Vanguard came out because I have never been so disgusted at the lack of talent of an entire dev team. The fact that these guys made Modern Warfare 3 it's a miracle. It's kind of like the broken clock is right twice a day thing, you know? Like, I feel like that's what this is. But make no mistake, we played the best of the best in the beta. And I know for a fact, mark my words here, the game's going to come out. People are going to like it because they're just used to Modern Warfare 2 being as bad as it is, you know, and slow and campy and shitty. It's going to come out, and people are going to love it up until probably Season 1, I would say. I think that they're going to do the same thing they did in Vanguard, and I think they're going to just mess the game up. It's just going to be glitchy and buggy, and everything they introduce that's new is not going to be tested properly. There's going to be no QA. There's going to be no balance to speak of. It's still going to suck. Call of Duty simply cannot be judged even on a month-to-month basis now. So much can radically change. Like, there's no telling when it's actually going to change. So the game can come out for Christmas, you know, and it's great, and then Season 1 comes, and the game is just completely ruined. That can happen. In fact, that literally happened 2 years ago. They released an update with a broken piece of untested equipment and then went on Christmas vacation. You know, drinking eggnog with Santa and his gender-neutral elves. It's 2023. They don't have reproductive organs. They're kind of like Smurfs, I think. You gotta be... Yeah, I don't want to get canceled, so yeah, no more. Can I even say elves? Is that offensive? I don't know. But yeah, they released an update that broke the game and then took like a 2-week vacation. The same thing's gonna happen this year, guys. I'm sorry. I hate to be negative, but I have to warn you. Like, I don't trust these guys to properly update the game with new content. I truly do not. Not only that, but with skill-based matchmaking and the classic problem of what the hell am I playing for in this weird way. I'm not sure if you guys agree. If you do, leave a comment below if you've watched this far. I'm not sure if you guys agree, but in this weird way, I'm already bored of the game. And it hasn't even come out yet. Between the fact that I played all these maps nearly 15 years ago, to the fact that, like, it's just a Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 reskin. I only played that game for a month, but I never want to play it again. Just the fact that the UI is the same. I was watching Exclusive Ace's video on it, and he got like an MGB, and it's the same exact rehashed animation at the end. The really piss poor, like 15 frames per second smoke pillowing out of an old crusty vape pen on the ground or something, filled with some kind of estrogen juice that some Call of Duty dev really likes to inhale before adding the kawaii anime bundles to the game. I'm going off on a tangent and I am rambling. I apologize. But it's the same thing. I think we're giving Sledgehammer way too much credit here because 80 to 90% of the game, this isn't an exaggeration, 80 to 90% of the game is it's made. It's already made for them. All they have to do is kind of put it together and stamp their little stupid logo on it and sell it for $70. What's really going to be interesting is the actual seasonal updates. What content are Sledgehammer going to bring us? How are they going to implement it? What are they going to mess up? I mean, it looks good now. Admittedly, I will be the first to admit that Modern Warfare 3, best playing Call of Duty since Black Ops 4, in my opinion. I truly think it is. But, I mean, how long is that going to last? How long until I get sick of the same stupid predatory skill-based matchmaking? How long until I get sick of the same stupid capped level with no prestige, seasonal, prestige levels or whatever that nobody likes? How long until I get sick of the same 16 maps that I've been playing on or thinking of or going back to, and I'm already bored of the game? As weird as that sounds. And I wanted to make this commentary because I just want to warn you. For one, I wanted to yell and get out my frustration for the past 2 years of Call of Duty being as bad as it has been. But also, I want to warn you that if they release this and then just don't touch it, it's probably a good $20, $30 game. I don't think it's worth $70. It's just rehashed content. It's an update. I still stand by that no matter how good it actually plays. But guys, I'm worried. I am truly worried. I think Sledgehammer is going to release a game that's 90% done with their name on it, and then they're going to proceed to mess it up the entire year. Does anyone remember the glitchy ledges on Numa Numa in Vanguard? This is a random segue, but this is something where like you add an invisible like mounting point and you smooth out edges. You add invisible like mounting points and invisible things to add collision to like ledges and stairs and stuff like that, so you don't glitchily, clunkily kind of hump about on them. It's like gaming 101. It's been a thing for forever. And the fact that they just didn't do it, like some dev just did not do it. It took them like 5 or 6 months or something to fix that in Numa Numa. Has me very worried. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm out. I hope you have a good one. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. Peace.
Here's some parting advice.